Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wealth Wednesday show. This is a show that seeks to empower you with money and business principles from various. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wealth Wednesday show. This is a show. Sorry. Hi, everyone. Once again, I apologize for that technical error. We'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Wealth Wednesday show, a show that seeks to empower you with money and business principles from various people so that you can become a better money manager and also a better business manager for your business, your finances, and even to your community. We also would like to appreciate everyone that has been following us on our other social media platforms, that is Instagram and Facebook. We want to really appreciate you and thank you so much for being our loyal follower. To our customers, both online and offline, we really treasure you and honor you. We are so humbled to be part of your financial journey. So, tonight we are so excited to have a very, very noble woman all the way from Ghana. Her name is Sedinam Ameku. She's a woman who personally she has been inspiring me from the work she's doing. She's empowering women in Ghana and all over the world just to know about finances, to be part of the financial world and also become better money managers to improve their economic and their economic standing in the community. So I will not explain too much about her. I want her to give us her own introduction. And as our posters were mentioning, the topic will be empowering women economically through financial inclusion and literacy. In the world, the largest population consists of women. However, it is the same women who are vulnerable. It's the same women who are at the lower tier when it comes to financial, to matters of finance. It is the same women who do a lot of work. They put in a lot of effort, but when you check at the returns they get, this could be in terms of salary, in terms of business opportunities, they are not given that priority. And again, as you check, most women, they get finances, but they do not make it to become wealthy or fall in the wealthy category because of our various dynamics or various dynamics in our various communities and cultures. So tonight our guest is going to share with us on how women can be empowered and become better people when it comes to managing money and accumulating wealth. Now, to our gentlemen, don't feel bad. It's important for you to join us in the show. If you have a sister, you have a mother, definitely you have a mother, or you have a lady or a woman figure you look up to. It could also be your partner. It's important for you to join in the show and get to learn the wisdom that our very beautiful guest, Miss Sedinam, will be sharing with us. You know, if women are only empowered without the gentlemen supporting them, then all the effort will be kind of not that impactful. So if you're a gentleman, I want to let you know this is not a show for women's only. No, no, no. This is a show that cuts across, because for a woman to grow, the male factor or the male side has to be there to support and help us in coexisting. So, Miss Sedinam, allow me to give you the platform to introduce yourself, tell our audience who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, and then we can dive right away to today's business. Welcome.
Thank you, Sheila. My name is Sedinam Ameku. I am a financial literacy advocate and I come from Ghana. I'm a proud African. And I run Females and Finance organization, which seeks to empower women to teach them about how they can manage their money, how to their options when it comes to credits. In fact, anything that can prepare a woman to meet her financial plans, her financial needs. We've got that woman, and we only want to help the women. We want to help them. We want to take them out of um, this whole financial stress.
Mm.
um, it's been unfortunate that women are at the suffering end when it comes to finance, but we want to correct that. Personally, I want to correct that through my organization, Females and Finance.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's all for.
Perfect, perfect. I really love your introduction. Um, Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about Females in Finance organization.
Okay, so Females and Finance Organization was registered last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Initially, we started operating last 2 years, but that was on an illegal base sort of. So after the registration, we got the full flesh to come out, and then we
Mm-hmm.
partners. So we've had two programs, one for
Mm-hmm.
the Queen Mothers of Degree here in Ghana, and that's in
Mm-hmm.
the region, and one for people and the women in my community. So we have a major project coming up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, COVID-19 didn't permit us to do a lot, even though we went online to teach
Mm-hmm.
people to use the
Mm-hmm.
online to get our message out there. But physically,
Mm-hmm.
we're running
Mm-hmm.
a project that comes up in November called the Kaya
Yeah.
Save. So the Kaya Save, we are targeting headquarters here in Ghana. So for those who don't know who Kaya Use are or Kaya U is, these people come from the northern parts of Ghana to carry
Mm-hmm.
loads in the cities of Accra, Kumasi, and then Tamale. So these
Mm-hmm.
women form part of the vulnerable in society. They even have problems where they sleep. They have problems with what they eat. A whole lot of things. They have a lot of issues because they are far away from home, and they have to try hard to even make a living. So we are thinking that these women could get off the streets by saving. Hence the project Kaya Save. So we are just contributing. We want to create the awareness that they can save for a better future. So that is the project that is coming up and is underway. And definitely you're going to see it around, because I believe Sheila is also going to post it on her page to promote that particular project. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna support you and promote you. I'm always looking into supporting fellow people who are in business, and of course, for such a noble cause, definitely I would be hands on in making seeing it come to pass. So, to our audience, feel free to write us any comment or any feedback or any question you might be having as the show progresses, and we shall try our best to have a question and answer session towards the end, whereby all your questions will be addressed by our guest speaker. So, Miss Sedinam,
Yeah.
what is financial inclusion?
Okay, so financial inclusion as the proportion of people who have access to financial services, not just access, but people who
Mm-hmm.
use financial services. So the basic ones are having a bank account, making deposits,
Mm-hmm.
seeking credit. All these things are financial services. All these activities are services people receive from financial service providers. But when it becomes more complex, then we dive into the insurance, we dive into the
Mm-hmm.
finance, houses, and all of that. So financial inclusion basically means being involved or have partaken in
Mm-hmm.
or accessing financial services. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I asked that question because a lot of people they wonder, what is this financial inclusion? We hear a lot of people say we need financial inclusion. And I believe even our audience, they were asking themselves, what is this financial inclusion? And as you said, it's basically having access to most of the financial services, which most of the people are yet to not really know about, embrace it, but they do not really know much about it, especially insurance. um, and this one actually really affects a lot of women, because a woman wants to secure her future and the future of their children if they have one, so they end up taking insurance, but with limited knowledge. So the knowledge they have about an insurance policy they are taking, and the real knowledge that they need to be knowing about an insurance, they are two different things, which of course has led to many people. Of course, if a woman loses, it means a family somewhere is affected. It could be
Exactly.
her nuclear family or the extended family. So I believe you've really explained what financial inclusion is in a very amazing way. So do you think, I believe financial inclusion can be a key enabler to women's economic empowerment, especially when we touch base on the aspects you just mentioned. But what does it take to realize these aspects being fulfilled?
Okay, great. Lots of researches have been done, telling us
Mm-hmm,
that women are economic actors. Once they are in the country, you should
mm-hmm,
see some economic growth and then progress. But these same women, most of them are exempted from this financial services. Sometimes it's voluntary, sometimes it is involuntary, because they all have
mm-hmm,
reasons why it is voluntary or involuntary. But I believe
yeah,
that what we can do, right, is to
mm-hmm,
create the awareness, the public
yeah,
awareness. This
mm-hmm,
this is just the basis of what we have to do. I would
mm,
say enough of the policies that are being modeled, enough of the policies that are being modeled there each and every day, and there is nothing
mm,
like implementation. They end up in documents. And that is what we really have to focus on. We have to bring them out and then implement them. By this way, I believe that
mm-hmm,
women will be able to realize that they
mm,
are enablers of our economies, or they are economic
mm,
actors of the economy. So the best
mm,
thing, or the best thing is to make the noise. Let's just make the noise. Let's make every single corner of the world know that financial inclusion is key for women. Because if one woman becomes a
mm-hmm,
financial literate, trust
mm-hmm,
me, a whole
mm-hmm.
family can become a financial literate. Because the father doesn't have time to train the whole family, not at all. But the mother, once giving you food, she's telling you, hey, you have to learn about money. You have to do this. So I think that
Yeah.
we need to get the message out there. And the best thing is campaigning and advocacy. Yeah.
That is actually, you just mentioned something. When a woman is empowered, when a woman is shown ways or knowledge about finances, the whole community will benefit, starting
Exactly.
from the family unit, going to the church or any other, the women group, everyone around the circumference of that woman will benefit, including the if the woman is employed, where she's employed, they will benefit from the knowledge she's gotten. And
Yeah.
as you just said, we find if a woman knows something about finances, even when she's feeding a child, or even when she's having family time, she will be talking about it. And when she does that, if it's a family of 5 people, and one woman is empowered, it means five people have been empowered in total.
Yeah.
And one of the goals personally for Financial Wellness Center is to at least have every household to have someone who has undertaken money management course from Financial Wellness Center or from any other organization like Females in Finance. This is because if we have every person in every household at least having one person who knows about money, he or she will create a ripple effect around the people uh, who will be near him or her. So and I'm just thinking, why are money matters a taboo for women? We find that as much as women are easy to talk to and share ideas with, it's not like the gentlemen. The gentlemen need you to bring them facts and all that. I've been in that field and I know for a gentleman to really listen to you, you have to bring a lot of facts and but for a woman it's easy to share an idea with her. But we see money matters being a taboo for many women. What do you think could be the reason behind this?
Okay. I think that this particular taboo
Mm-hmm.
was, you know, it women think they do not have a place in finance.
Mm-hmm.
Taboo was actually not now, but it's coming from the past. It's something we carried along with us because that is what we grew up with. So
Mm-hmm.
Forbes, according to Forbes, there's an article
Mm-hmm.
there that says that about 61% of women will be happier or would choose
Mm-hmm.
talking about their death than to talk about
Mm-hmm.
money. And that is very,
Wow.
yes, than to talk about money. That is very serious. Where I'm coming from, if a woman, for example, asks a man, so how much do you make before making a marriage decision? Everyone is
Yeah.
gonna say, oh, that lady likes money too much. Oh, she's looking for
Mm-hmm.
things. And that is what society aside our mind, like to think. So once it's about money, we think that it is
Mm-hmm.
the responsibility of a man to make the family prosper. It is the responsibility of a man to come and
Mm.
take care of me and all of that. But I am happy that things are changing. Um,
Yeah.
um, Education is a tool. Women who are well educated don't
Mm.
think that they hardly think this way. But the ones
Yeah.
that are fortunately not educated, they are the
Mm-hmm.
ones who feel that it is the responsibility of a man to take care of them and all of that. So I think that this taboo actually exists in some minds and
Mm-hmm.
some other minds it is being erased from childhood. I've had bits of these beliefs in my mind,
Mm.
but
Mm-hmm.
over time, education helped me wipe them out completely. So I think that women think that they do not have a place in finance, which should change over time. The narration, I believe, will change very soon.
Yeah, you're very right. Especially where you said nowadays, if a lady asks a gentleman about money before
Yeah,
she gets committed to him
yeah,
with a long-term perspective of marriage,
yeah,
most people will start thinking like this lady is a gold digger because the
exactly.
society has made us or has made finances to appear as it's only the gentleman who needs to bring up the discussion
Mhm.
about money, and it's only the gents who need to focus on building on wealth. But I'm so excited. This narrative for sure it's changing because the more the girl child is being educated, the more and even the boy child is being empowered, the more conversations about money start becoming easy both
Yeah.
at a relational level and even in other levels, even in businesses. So I also think like it's time we change our mindset, especially for the ladies. It's important for us to change our mindset. We just don't have to be sitting there and looking glamorous, and nothing about even creating a budget, nothing about saving, um when most women become assets, because we have a greater percentage of women who are liabilities, in that they know nothing about money
Yeah.
at all. And the thing is, they don't even want to put that small effort of checking out pages like our organizations on social media and follow and get some skills, or even watch videos on YouTube on how to acquire money skills. And if you are of the female gender, it's important for you to be an asset. And part of being an asset is getting to learn about money, so that when you know about something, you gain the confidence to ask questions about it. So you won't shy away to go and ask something about finances. You'll not feel embarrassed to raise a topic about finances amongst your peers. So it's about time, for sure, we really break that mentality that money and building wealth is just for the gents. It's also for the women, and it's important for you as a woman, because um, to be a co-helper in building wealth with the gentleman in your life. So we've heard a lot about gender inequality, Stedinam.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of campaigns, with gender inequality, gender whatever. What role does gender inequality play in money and finance?
Okay. So when it comes to gender inequality, it has a lot of effect. It's usually
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
unfavorable to women. So
Yeah.
looking at even work, work in the world of work,
Mm-hmm,
women, most of the time,
mm-hmm,
women find themselves in the informal sector, and
mm-hmm.
they are lots of most of the time they are, I use most of the time because not all the time. So most
Yeah.
of the time, these women are underpaid. They do not have
Mm-hmm.
so much money, and
Yeah.
um, these are the things that leads people to become excluded when it comes to financial services. So I
Yeah.
think that um, the perception even about
Mm-hmm.
banks, right? The perception
Yeah. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that women form part of the women generally are a group of risk. That is what they think,
Mm-hmm.
that a group of risk. So all these things bundled together actually give women an unfavorable stand when it comes to finance. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
most women growing up, right? I see mommy
Mm-hmm.
use so much money for the house. Probably daddy
Mm-hmm.
gives money, but
Mm-hmm.
is very different because she cannot always tell daddy, hey, daddy, we have to get this for the kids. So once the kids
Yeah.
come, she just gives the money out. Hey, take it and then use it. And that is it. You understand? So women tend to
Yeah.
spend more in the house than the
Mm-hmm.
men. And the men know that they ought to pay school fees and that is it. But the women, the little things that the children need, they have to provide, even without the man's what idea or something. So these
Mm-hmm.
are it's a burden on women when it even comes to the household or managing their houses or their kids. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that gender in its sense, um,
Mm-hmm.
men are interested in making money more than women.
Yeah.
It's something that is coming from the women. It is their
Mm-hmm.
problem. our problem. It is not the men
Yeah.
giving that problem. It is a problem within that we need to solve. You see,
Mm.
we see ourselves as inferior. So when
Yeah.
it comes to money, we see ourselves as saying that no, money is not our thing. You get it. So I think that when it comes to gender and then
Mm-hmm.
money, both sides have effect on us. Um, yeah, both sides have effect on us. The women, I would always narrate to the women, we have problems. We have problems. We have to stand up and know that gender does not define our place in finance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had a program last year, and the
Mm-hmm.
woman will tell you that, oh, I don't need to make so much money. What I have to do is just to make money for the house, and that is it. What we can eat today. So virtually they live paycheck to paycheck. So they expect that, okay, then the man is the one supposed to go out there, work so hard, make so much money, and make sure that we are living in the house that we are so and so and so and so. So I think that women, the mind has to change, the mindset. That is where we
Yeah.
should start from. When we start
Mm.
from, then I don't think we are going to burden the men that they are the ones causing us not being having good money habits or whatsoever. It's up to us to stand up and say, yes, we are females, therefore we have a place in finance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, exactly. Especially where you said women are greater spenders and
Yeah.
less accumulators of money. You
Yeah.
see, that is why you'll find a lot of gentlemen, they are able to accumulate wealth within a stipulated time period, and at the same, if you give a woman the same time period, she's not able to
Mm.
accumulate wealth. It's because we are greater spenders, and that is why it's very important to know how to work around money. And I guess it's also time for the gentlemen to be encouragers to the women. If you have a woman near you, it does not necessarily have to be your wife or your girlfriend or your sister. But if you have female friends around you, don't be the one just encouraging them to, spend, spend, spend. Also, encourage them to save, invest. If she's a woman who doesn't know anything about money management, refer them to Financial Wellness Center or Sedinam's organization, Females in Finance, and let her acquire skills. Um, I always say, instead of giving someone fish every time, giving them handouts, why don't you show them how to fish and also maintain that fishing activity? And how do you maintain a fishing activity? By being a great steward. Showing someone how to fish is giving them an opportunity to make money and showing them how to maintain that money. And you cannot maintain money without knowledge. Trust me, it will run away from you. And again, you mentioned something, Sedinam, about most women think like they do not deserve to make more money. Personally, I usually host WhatsApp classes monthly, and anytime I have women on the women in the class or in the session, I always encourage them to have affirmations, and part of self-love is actually believing that you need to make money, you deserve to make more money than what you're making, because it's only when you know that you deserve something you get the drive to, get to know how you can increase your income capability. And this leads me to my next question: how can we demystify money and empower women through financial literacy? Sedinam, because I've seen you do a lot of good things, especially the you called it Kaya Save,
Yeah.
the one that
Yes.
is starting in November, right? Um, how can we how can we demystify money and empower women through financial literacy?
Okay, so first thing is to charity begins at home, which we talked about earlier. That
Mm,
anything, if someone should learn something, it starts
mm,
from the house. So same thing, the generation
yeah.
that is coming, we don't have to
Mm-hmm.
let them get to our age before we start preaching the message. It should start right from the house, and that will come after the awareness is being created.
Yeah.
Then parents know that no, we have to teach our kids about money. We don't only have to get the so for example, the father is going out and then says, hey, let me use a local name, Kwame, follow me, I want to take you out. And when they
Mm,
go, they're discussing. Probably the man tells the boy about money. He tells the boy how
yeah.
to make money. But
Mm,
the woman is at home cooking with the mother, and the mother doesn't know anything about financial literacy because she also has that mindset. So it becomes a problem from the house. But if we create the awareness, and then the
mm,
mother knows that, hey, it is important for my kids to understand finance, it is important for them to understand savings, it is important for them to understand insurance and
mm,
investment. These are the
mm-hmm.
things that can help us, demystify
Yeah.
money and then empower women. Also, teaching financial literacy in schools, very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very important. If the
Yeah.
children are, if people, or maybe our generation, I usually focus my studies, or I
Mm,
really want the generation that is coming, right, to understand
mm-hmm.
financial literacy, so we don't have to face this problem we are facing now or trying to
Yeah.
correct. So the generation
Mm,
unborn should be able to what have access to financial education while in school. This is the
yeah.
that is not taught in school, but you are being taught a lot
Mm,
of things. Come out there, make money, and you don't even know how to manage the money you make. Who does?
yeah. It will leave you.
Yes. So
Mm,
it's a very bad system we have, but it's very unfortunate that most about millions of people have gone through the system. Millions and billions
mm,
of people have gone through the system. And also, I think
yeah.
that the banks, the financial
Mm-hmm.
service providers should focus their corporate social responsibilities on teaching people about developing money skills by targeting women, as their majority audience. And by so doing, they would be
Mm-hmm.
able to reach a lot of people and then empower them,
Mm-hmm.
teach them about money, let them know that
Mm,
money is not some strange thing in a cupboard, but you
yeah.
have to face it. It is your life, it is your money. So there is this book that says your money or your life. So I think that the banks can really contribute to this because they are the ones getting the money. The financial
Mm,
institutions, if you and I, are we going to receive deposits from the bank? No, from the people. No, it is the banks that receive the deposit. It is the insurance companies that they are going to subscribe to their product and all of that.
mm,
So they have to take on the mantle. They have to take the mantle and make sure that each and every person around them or in their geographical area should have access to financial education. This in turn benefits them. So I think these are the ways that we can empower a woman to understand finance and make more money. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I really like the part that you said. Every time a father takes a walk with his son, they will mostly talk about business, investments, how to make money, and all that. But when a mother walks or takes her daughter for an outing, all she will tell her is how to look beautiful, which is okay. It's very important to look beautiful. How to, how to communicate, how to, and all that, how to design ABCD.
Be a
But
good wife.
how to make amazing meals and all that,
Yeah,
which is a good thing. But you know, at the end of the day, money rules the world.
exactly.
You can be the most beautiful woman, but if you do not know how to manage money, you will die poor, and you will not even die, you will suffer. uh, you can be the most the highest income earner, but since your knowledge about money is limited, then the money will leave you. And how does money leave you? It leaves you through things like taking extreme debt, especially consumer debt. It leaves you in form of having credit cards that you're not even able to manage them. It leaves you in form of spending money on things you really don't need. So getting to acquire enough or much knowledge about money will help you sustain what you have right now, and of course even motivate you to want to make more, because you'll have the capacity to hold it or to keep it. um, you mentioned something about financial institutions, including financial literacy as part of the CSR, corporate responsibility, which I haven't thought about it, but it's a good idea actually. I'm just thinking if, like, banks, they could see, because I know women take a lot of bank loans, by the way.
Exactly.
I don't know how it is in Ghana, but I've seen most of my clients who are female, they take a lot of bank loans, and the sad part is that they take it for gentlemen. So you find a woman takes a bank loan for a certain gentleman. It could be they know each other at a business level, or whichever capacity they know each other. So, if financial institutions could just take that step of creating financial education programs for their customers, I think it would go a long way, and of course, it would help our communities, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, to our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. We are almost coming to the end of the show. If you have any question or if you have any feedback, feel free to write to us right away. We shall be more than happy to answer any of your question or even read any of your feedback. You can also share with us where you're watching us from, and so far, what lesson have you learned? Remember, this is not a show for women only, it's a show for both genders. Because as a man, if you get to learn these tips, you are able to share it out with your sisters, your mother, your aunties, and even any other female friend you could be having. So Sedinam, to our last question, is the current focus on improving women's access to financial products and services sufficient? Do you think it's sufficient so far?
Um, I would say it's not sufficient, right?
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm,
Yourself and myself and many others out there are trying so
mm-hmm,
hard to um, help people find
mm,
the right path when it comes to finance. Um,
yeah.
I think a lot needs to be done. A lot needs to be done. So I'll go back to what I said earlier, that there are lots of policies that are in the cupboard which needs to be
Mm,
out and then opened and then implemented. Because I keep reading a lot of things online. I keep seeing policies
mm,
by big organizations, but you don't see these things happen. You search for the results of that policy and you don't see
mm,
anything. You just see researches and proposals, people making proposals, and a whole lot of things.
yeah.
But the
Mm,
actual work, until the actual work is done, I don't think we have gotten to any level. I don't think we have
mm,
gotten anywhere. There is a lot of work to be done. Even as a whole, let's say taking
Mm-hmm.
the general women and then men, there is a lot of work to be done. When it comes to women, it's another issue altogether. So I think that we've
Mm-hmm.
not got there yet. People like you and then myself and then many others are doing their
Mm-hmm.
best to help, but I don't think it is enough. Governments must come in, they must take it very serious because this financial literacy and inclusion is a nation builder. It is a nation
Yeah.
builder. As many
Mm-hmm.
people who understand finance will
Mm-hmm.
also borrow to the country, all right? And they will know that
Yeah.
yes, I can borrow to the country. The country can
Mm-hmm.
take money from me and then pay later. These are simple
Mm-hmm.
things that people do not know. I told a couple of women that they could give money to Ghana, and they were like, "How? This big Ghana, how can they give money to Ghana?" And I said, "Yes, you can give money to Ghana. The
Yeah.
government will like to borrow from you," and they were
Yeah.
happy to hear that. They were so happy. After that, they kept asking
Wow.
questions how they can borrow, or how they can lend money to Ghana. You get it? So I think
Yeah.
that we haven't gotten anywhere until the last person, the very
Mm-hmm.
last person, understands finance and is
Mm-hmm.
financially in one way or the other via mobile money, using mobile money. The fintechs are
Mm-hmm.
really making things easier, though sometimes it becomes a bit complex, but I
Mm-hmm.
think they're doing their best. So we haven't gotten there yet. There is a lot of work to be done. There is a lot of work to be done, especially where we don't have the SDGs. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
financial literacy as part of the SDGs. We have to fix ourselves somewhere, and that empowering the women and all of that,
Yeah.
low poverty and all of that. But if there were
Mm-hmm.
to be a dedicated goal for financial
Mm-hmm.
literacy, I think it could help the other goals to actually
Mm-hmm.
take a stand. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I really resonate with the points you are saying because for sure we are really, really far. I remember when I started Financial Wellness Center, a lot of people were wondering what is that, and these are not old people. They're not 55 and above. No, they were between the age of 17 to maximum 38. They were asking me what is financial education, what is that? Because having a our education system will not teach you about managing money. For sure, they teach us how to make money. For sure. That's why we come out of school and we are able to build businesses or set up businesses. We are able to be employed and all that. We are able to make money, but we don't know how to manage it. So for sure, what you don't know how to manage and keep, it will definitely leave you.
yeah,
And I always say having a degree in finance does not equate to you having financial education.
not
And
at
you
all.
must you might agree with me, Sedinam.
I
We have a lot of graduates out there or people who've learned about finance in school, but the same people do not know about financial literacy.
exactly.
So
That's true.
uh, I I think it's time we also become very intentional as individuals because, it's not like a normal school whereby there's a timetable, there's a teacher, there's an exam. No, this is something you need to be intentional by yourself. You need to say that I need to know how debt works. I need to know how investing works. I need to know how saving works. Then seek the services of financial consultants like Sedinam and I. So, as we wind up the show, to anyone who is watching us right now, we really want to appreciate you and thank you so much for your continued support. We are truly grateful. You may feel free to ask any question later on after this live session, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you. So as we wind up, Sedinam, maybe you could give us your parting shot, share how anyone can reach out to you in case they need to be in touch with you, as well as your social media platforms.
Okay, sure. So all I would like to tell um, our viewers is that
Mm-hmm.
you should take charge of your finances. There is only one thing I say. If you know the kind of family you come from, you know what financial literacy has actually caused and how
Mm.
you are trying to come out of it, you will know how best to position yourself now.
Yeah.
Irrespective of that, even if you have a wealth that you are building on, the parents already
Mm.
have wealth, there's some generational wealth already that you are building on. You should still
Mm-hmm.
take and know that money can run out easily if it is not in the right hands. And the right
Yeah.
hands is one who manages money. So
Mm.
could follow females and finance organization on Facebook. We have
Mm-hmm.
FEM and FIN. On Twitter, we
Mm-hmm.
have females underscore finance. On Instagram, we
Mm-hmm.
have females underscore finance. And then on LinkedIn, we have females and finance organization. So on Facebook, personally, you could follow me, Sedinam
Mm-hmm.
Ameku. You see my face. Once you get there, you're gonna see me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all. Our tagline is think finance, think liberation. That's what I'll leave you with.
Exactly. When we think about finance, we need to see the bigger picture is that it will bring liberation
Exactly.
to ourselves and our society at large. So
Exactly.
to our viewers, thank you so much for being with us on this episode tonight. I believe you have learned something. You are going to put it into action and of course spread the knowledge to your friends and anyone that comes along your way. We'd keep encouraging you to subscribe to our channel by pressing the button below there. You turn on notifications so that you can always be updated anytime we are going live or we are uploading a new video. We also encourage you to keep on following us on Instagram at Financial Wellness Center and also check out our Facebook page, Financial Wellness Center, for real time updates about money and business management. So until then, keep safe, wear a mask, maintain social distancing, and keep living financially healthy. Thank you so much.